This episode of The Bald and the Beautiful is brought to you by Ro. If you want to get a GLP-1, it's usually for one of two reasons. You've struggled with your weight for years and it's led to serious long-term health issues. Or you're a little bit overweight and you want some help dropping those last few pounds for a special event, a health concern, or simply to look great this summer. So if you need a little help in the weight or health arena, the one thing you don't need is for it to be difficult to get. Getting your hands on GLP-1s like Ozempic and Wegovy are enough of a hassle. Negotiating with your insurance provider shouldn't be something else you need to worry about. The good news is that Ro is here to help. So if you need to drop some pounds and want to achieve your health goals for a lower price, join the over 350,000 people who've trusted Ro to check their coverage for free. Go to ro.co/bald for your free insurance check. That's ro.co/bald to see if your insurance covers GLP-1s for free. Go to ro.co/safety for black box warning and full safety information about GLP-1 medications.
I don't know where I got this hat. I look like the prospector from Toy Story with the little axe.
You look like Buzz, or not Buzz,
Woody.
Woody.
Somebody's poisoning the water hole.
Never seen it.
I've been back on my bullshit. I've been rewatching some 90 Day Fiance.
Oh, God.
Woke up this morning because sometimes Tammy and Amy finish and HBO Max will automatically play the next trashiest thing, which is 90 Day Fiance.
HBO Max?
Max, which owns Discovery, which has
Okay,
TLC,
so not
which
HBO
has-
Max. Not HBO Max. HBO Max does not fuck with 90 Day Fiance. I am a connoisseur of prestige television on HBO Max.
Can I be honest? I don't totally know how the TV works in my house. So I let things autoplay and like what comes on.
You just watch. Yeah, powerless. Where's the remote? I don't
Like
have one.
Peacock will autoplay for days and I'm like, ooh,
Yeah.
this.
Yeah,
and then I
yeah,
never
yeah.
see it again. I'm like,
Ooh, something nasty came on after I watched.
Dr. Pimple Popper.
No, so how about this though?
My feet are killing me. Do you know that one? It's
Wait.
like I haven't taken my sock off in 3 years, and then they have to cut the fucking toe off and say,
Shut
"Girl."
up. Well, so I was on those drop. Should we talk about drop ship scandal? There was like a set of extraction tools from like Guangzhou or whatever. That's probably the scam. I was like, I want it. I need it right now. So I bought it. They do not do what they purport to do. Like if you watch videos, they like elegantly and like fully extract blackheads from your nose or like whatever. And it looks so satisfying. It looks so incredible. Bitch, I tore my nose up for like 10 minutes. I was like, fuck these fish. I threw them away. Such a disappointment.
You know, sometimes as somebody with some background in aesthetics, because we had to do, aesthetics in beauty school, sometimes when I see someone with a really, like, a blackhead that has overstayed its visa on someone's face, sometimes I want to be like, hi, you don't know me, but I know you. I couldn't help but notice that you have a medjool date just under the surface of your
cue ball.
epidermis.
You have an 8.
And I wondered if you'd be interested in maybe doing some facial steaming and see if we can.
Yeah, rectify that situation.
Because I know people sometimes wake up with a blackhead that's a pencil eraser and go like,
Yeah.
should I do something?
Or should I just pretend it's not there?
I think sometimes they just pretend it's not there.
I mean, I'm in the magnifying mirror. Oh, thank you so much. I'm in the magnifying mirror with the nose because everybody's got blackheads in their nose or pores or whatever.
Sebaceous filaments. Perhaps.
There you go. And I'm like, oh, I can elegantly take these very sharp, teeny little tweezers and just lift cleanly this. Like, Mom, I don't work like that. But
well, you soften the skin first too. Like when you go get a facial, before they do an extraction, they're going to do a lot of steam on the face to like really let the skin loosen.
I haven't had a facial since I was in fucking England when she's like, I can't give you a facial since you've had Botox. She's from Yorkshire.
Oh, I can't give you a facial.
You've had the Botox. I can't give you a facial.
I can't give you a facial.
I was like, bitch, come on, whatever. So I watched, Talk to Me with the Hand.
Of course.
I saw their new film, Bring Her Back.
How was it?
Baby, I loved it. I was goons.
What's the elevator pitch? Don't ruin it for me, 'cause I do want to watch it.
So it is basic. Okay, so it starts off with this. I'll just give you a little like the tableau in the beginning. So there's this grainy VHS footage of this kind of dingy a room where there's some kind of ritual happening, and there's a woman's voice, an authentic Russian voice. I was so relieved, no shitty accents, and it appears that people are getting brought back from the dead. So, and it's very scary. It's very like gross. And then she's like, everything's okay. And they sort of like go through the steps of this process, kind of like Pet Sematary in a way. And there's then it's the story of this woman who is a foster parent to a young boy, and she takes in a teenage girl who's legally blind, and her brother who's almost old enough to have legal guardianship over her. Mama, it is cunty, and there is a scene that is so fucking gross, so gory, so scary, so nasty. I loved it. A lot of critics are not like really nutting for it, which I think is so nerve, but I think because their first feature was so good.
But it did need subtitles. That Australian hit so hard.
It did.
I think I was a little high watching that. I had to keep going, this isn't English. This is English.
Yeah. Well, so Sally Hawkins is like just in fucking incredible. She was the woman in Shape of Water. She's so good.
She is. I just rewatched that the other day.
She's so good. This woman is so talented. But more than that, it was two like teen actors and then a very young boy actor, maybe, I don't know, 10, 12, 14, something like that. Incredible actors, child actors, like sensational actors. It was, I loved it so much. And it's not exactly the most original premise, because you could say, oh, it's kind of like Pet Sematary, or it's kind of like, it's the story is not super groundbreaking original, but I really fucking enjoyed it. It's an hour and 40 minutes, sweet spot. And I thought it was fabulous. I highly recommend it.
Well, I've been kind of horny because they are currently filming the new Hunger Games Summaries on the Reaping movie, and I'm just horny for that.
How many Hunger Games movies are there?
Let's see. There's 4 in the original trilogy because one of them's in 2 parts. And then there's Battle of Songbirds and Snakes. Now there's this. That's 6, I think.
So is Katniss Evergreen in this one too?
No. This is the 50th Hunger Games. Katniss is in the 74th. So this is like a
prequel.
And then they also very informally publicly greenlit Ma 2.
Oh, they
bitch.
sure fucking did. And also Practical Magic 2, baby.
Girl, and I always thought that would be you and I.
Why aren't they calling it Mama? Like, what the fuck? I'm like, do you have a marketing department? What is wrong with you? Did your brains leak out of your asshole?
How about Beetlejuice Ma? Something to signify that it's the third.
Mama. It's so easy.
Yeah. Stepmom.
Yeah. Like, not like Ma squared or whatever, like Ma part 2. It's just Mama.
How are they going to elevate it, though? Don't make me do ketamine alone. Like, what's next?
I don't know, but I don't. Also, she's dead.
I thought she was dead.
I know.
Maybe it's a prequel. Probably.
Mima.
You think that wig is back? The other
Mama,
crazy
I
thing
come
about
for
that
the
movie
wig.
is
I come for the wig.
That wig was styled different in every shot.
I know.
It's a bowl cut, but the bangs are this way. They're this way. Then there's a middle part. Then it's like Tina Turner.
I love flagrant like issues with continuity in these movies.
It was so jarring. It would be like they cut back to her and she'd have a handlebar mustache. It was like so crazy.
One scene she's John Travolta, the other she's Jamie Lee Curtis.
And an Aaron Gillian hair like that. How many ways can you style it? I mean,
also, Mary, it is a staple at a black lady wig shop.
Yeah,
a synthetic. You have to like blowtorch it to get a different shape. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I love that.
What else did I watch? Oh my god. There's fuck my ass. Yeah, I went to see. Oh, Mama, I only go. Oh, Sinners. Did we talk about Sinners? We did. But I went. So there was one.
Did you see Final Destination yet?
No, I'm gonna wait. That's a home movie for me. That's a home movie because we know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna watch the opening like set piece, and then I'm just gonna turn it off.
Do you know what else is gonna happen?
What?
People are gonna laugh, and I hate when people laugh during horror movies at
Yeah.
the movie theater.
Yeah.
I know we all experience horror in different ways, but I hate when there's like a bloody moment and you hear laughter.
Mama,
I don't like it.
You know, one critic was the critic who gave Bring Her Back a B+ had made an interesting point. They're like, you know, horror genre especially. People ask so much of it. It's like, it needs to be original. It needs to be frightening. It needs to be scary, but not jump scary. It needs to have depth. It needs to have, and then it needs to have humor. Like, you know what I mean? There's like so much asked of like horror movies because that's kind of the only genre that's really that's like innovative these days. You know, everything's like a remake of a cereal bar or whatever, like Toy Story 2 or cereal, I
don't think that.
No, but I mean, it's like, it's all IP. It's either Marvel movies or like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, the movie. You know?
Of course.
But horror is really... Huh?
Minecraft is a movie right now.
Minecraft, yeah. Yes. Smash hit. You know, Deadpool, Wolverine, all that crap. So horror is really like has a lot of weight on its shoulders to like innovate.
I agree. That makes a lot of sense.
You know, but anyway, so the, unless what I was trying to say, what the fuck was I trying to say?
It seems big brain for a reviewer to acknowledge, hey, if you're reviewing horror movies, it's like, hey, I acknowledge that we all expect the perfect horror movie every time.
Yeah.
But also, if we're trying to relate to an audience by tapping into something they're already afraid of, like the dark, being home alone, being stalked, it has to be relatable for it to be scary because you have to go, ooh, I've always been scared of that. Ooh, that's scary. A roller coaster breaking down, whatever.
Yeah.
But it also has to be original.
Yeah, but also, you know what I really don't have the time for? It's like those fucking Conjuring movies, which I cannot stand because it's all jump scares.
Yeah.
It's all cheap thrills. It's like, when you really get down to it, it's not that scary, but my blood pressure, I'm gonna have a heart attack in that theater.
That was like when I tried to Five Nights at Freddy's, that game really scared me a lot. And when the movie came out, Josh Hutcherson, who I love, maybe
that was a big
one
flop.
of my celebrity crushes, even though I know he's short. It's okay. We can work through it. We can work through it.
Yeah.
I watched that movie. I think I made it 18 minutes, and I took my wig off, and I set it down.
Grab your purse.
Yeah, and I grabbed my purse, my little Sophia Petrillo wicker purse, and I pulled my house coat over, and I walked into the rain. I hailed a cab, and went back to Newark because
you opened the elevator
there for me.
The elevator door opened, no floor. You just jumped out.
I just jumped. And I hate when you get excited for a movie, and I know that PG-13 is a reason. I know that's about money.
Yeah.
But when it's supposed to be scary, and you really are saying like, baby, you want to see my cock? And then you should pull out one nut. You know what I mean? Like in horror movies, they're like, we're going to scare the shit out of you. But it's PG-13, so instead of showing you the dick, balls, and shaft, we're going to just let you see one butt cheek. It's like when someone's OnlyFans is underwear pictures.
Baby, the ultimate horror in this life.
That should be a fucking horror movie.
That's the saw.
Okay?
That's the saw.
It's what I didn't saw.
Yeah.
I didn't saw it. Okay?
Girl, let me tell you something. Because I've been broke, because I've been squeezed by this renovation, my triannual culling of the OnlyFans list. Sorry to all the porno people in LA. Y'all are broke.
It's you. All the porn people in the audience, and
not
you're
making their car payments this month.
And you're Effie Trinket and Drag. You pull the name out of the bowl and you eliminate them.
Yeah, I'm like Ebenezer Scrooge, taking all their money. I went down the list. I was shocked and appalled at the people I still follow. I said, not on my watch, not on my watch. Girl,
you're out of here, Lee Dawson.
Sweetie, but
beat it.
I will. But I will.
I don't know. That's one of the only OnlyFans people I could think of immediately.
Let me tell you something. I know and love and cherish some people in my life who have their career, who have make a significant chunk of money in their career, in their life. I want to give a shout out. Brock Banks, mama, that he gets fucked down and he fucks people down on his OnlyFans very, very consistently. Y'all better subscribe to him. But also, he's a fabulous wig maker. He's made a bunch of my lovely wigs. Austin Avery, like Greek god. The body is like unbelievable. Michael Boston.
And mine is like a Greek yogurt.
Faggy.
Girl, a low-fat vanilla Greek yogurt.
Built like a Greek yogurt.
Girl, built like a Greek yogurt. Okay? Fuck.
Oh shit.
Can I tell you? My new accountant called the other day and he said, so I was looking at your monthly expenses. Planet Fitness. Are you using that? Or
oh my God, the read.
And this is not the first accountant to ask that. I think,
like,
believe it or not.
Bitch, are you getting frauded? Fuck.
It made me laugh so hard.
Shit.
I said, I know it's hard to believe, but yeah, I do go there. I do happen upon the facility time to time.
Baby.
Isn't that fierce? Are we still using that?
Are we planning on getting...
So what do we do? What do we, I don't know.
Oh my God, my blood pressure. That is so funny.
This episode of Bald and the Beautiful is sponsored by Airbnb. Not Hairbnb. They're not salons. Now let me ask you, why would a trip be better with Airbnb? I'm from a small town. I'm a gay person. I know a lot of people who are gay are from not booming metropolises with chic hotels. So if you want to go home for Thanksgiving, but you're getting a little too old to surf it on grandma's couch, I'm going to tell you that Airbnb is the answer, okay? I was recently in a small town in the breadbasket of the United States, and the Airbnb was stunning, gorgeous, huge. It had a pool table. It had a yard. It had a bath, and I cannot tell you how much better it was than staying at whatever, motel a small town has to offer. I mean, you guys are used to me and my motels and how perfect they are. I'm going to tell you, a lot of small motels are not stunning, okay? I also love Airbnb because if you're going on a trip with friends, like I'm going to Provincetown this summer, I literally used Airbnb because I'm DJing a party this summer, and I could get a room for me, a room for each of my friends who are going, and a room for my other friends who are a couple. So it's like 2 single friends, me and 1 couple. Great, you need 3 rooms. And I could go in there, I could dial in how many rooms I need, and it made the process very, very simple. If you're planning a trip to go visit your hometown like me this year, consider hosting your home on Airbnb while you're away. It's the perfect way to earn a little extra cash to put towards your next vacation fund or that treat yourself splurge purchase you've been eyeing. Your home might be worth more than you think. Find out how much on airbnb.com/host.
Hi, it's me, a little girl. Chime understands that every dollar counts. That's why when you set up direct deposit through Chime, you get access to fee-free features like free overdraft coverage, getting paid up to 2 days early with direct deposit, and more. Teehee. Learn more at chime.com/bald. I can tell you that since I'm a little girl, my mom, she told me that I can't always have money when I ask for it. I have to wait for my allowance. And so I'm able to get paid up to 2 days early with direct deposit with Chime. They also have 24-hour customer service, which is great because my mom, she works 3rd shift, so she makes the rest of us be awake at night too. I also like it because I have access to 50,000 fee-free ATMs nationwide. And since I'm so short, I can reach the ATMs using a step stool that I got from my mom. Chime is banking done right. Open a checking account with no monthly fees and no maintenance fees. Get paid up to 2 days early when you set up direct deposit. Work on your financial goals through Chime today. Open an account in 2 minutes at chime.com/bald. That's chime.com/bald. Chime. Feels like progress.
Chime is a financial technology company, not a bank. Banking services and debit card provided by the Bancorp Bank N.A. or Stride Bank N.A. members FDIC. Spot me eligibility requirements and overdraft limits apply. Timing depends on submission of payment file. Fees apply at out-of-network ATMs. Bank ranking and number of ATMs according to U.S. News and World Report 2023. Chime checking account required. Girl, you want to talk absolute foot in the mouth? Because,
Oh, shit.
I have to tell you what happened. And okay. Normally when I tell a story, I say, they're never going to hear it. They're never going to hear about this. Nobody's going to know. But I know that people often do hear about stories. Even if we don't say their names, they do hear about it.
Sweetie,
so I got
everybody does. Philip Bacardi. We mentioned the LGBT Center for maybe half a second. Philip Bacardi reposting.
I was like, we're talking about the Hunger Games. Philip Seymour Hoffman appeared in my bedroom in the cover of Night as a ghost and said, I heard you talked about my movie, Clarice. Girl, so Clarice, which is my girl name. Cammy Clarice. Cammy Clarice Turnip. So, girl, I'm in Nashville, right?
Shit.
We just finished the American Solid Pink Disco tour. I just finished.
Which, by the way, I don't know if I talked about it. Great show.
Thank you.
Great show. What electric energy, fabulous numbers.
I did feel bad you came to the LA one, which was for me the hardest one. It was the only not super sold one, really.
It was hugely full to my eyes.
Well, I appreciate that. I was like
little hot, baby. Had to go outside. Still hot outside.
When I tell you I have a paper list with venues' names written down like Kill Bill and fucking Sharpie that I will never be going to again.
I was like, this building was not built in 1642. We have got to have aircon in here.
But yeah.
I wasn't even dancing. I was sweating. I mean, it was
just breathing.
It was a little much.
This is me during the costume changes, go in the dressing room, rip the wig off, and stand there like this. And watch drops hit the table in front of me. And Brandon was keeping a sweat towel so that when my wig came off, I could just put a towel on my head like a headscarf for a second.
Sweetie.
And I wrap it around the face like I'm crossing the desert.
Do you put it in the freezer first? I got to get into that tea.
That's what I should
I've done shapers and breasts and bras.
In the freezer?
Oh, yeah, baby.
That's cunty.
You can kind of get a cold rash sometimes, though.
So last weekend we did Salt Shed in Chicago, something like 6,000 people. It was crazy.
Incredible. Congratulations.
Thank you. Salt Shed, Minneapolis, and then Nashville was the last 3 before I had to go to DC. Was that yesterday?
Yeah, it must have been.
Day before. So that was the final American one. Love it, love it, love it. It was such a blast. I love that show. I'm so happy to get to do it. We have one more in London Pride. Last
Get
one.
into it.
But so I go, and Daniel Cole, Hard Candy Events,
Love
and
him.
my good friend, the Princess from Drag Race.
Mhm.
Daniel goes, I'm going to see Princess at this lovely bar called Tribe. Would you like to come? I go, I would love to come. So I pop by, and there's a drag show going on, and they're doing a donut-themed drag show. So they're all in donut outfits. It was donuts. Donuts make me go nuts.com.drag. I don't know.
Oh
Which is a hard thing when you
Weird.
think about it.
Although, no. Krispy Kreme by Risque is a great song.
It's
hot and it's fresh.
Sabrina
It's hot
Carpenter
and it's
Taste.
fresh. Yeah. It's pretty
Katy
easy,
Perry,
actually.
Hot and Cold.
It's pretty. Cream by Prince.
You could do Donna Summer Hot Stuff.
Oh, it's a lot of hot dog. A lot of donut songs, actually.
A lot of donut songs. The more I was watching the show, I
Love,
was like,
Rain, Donuts. Great
Yeah.
American Songbook.
and everyone just had their. You don't have to dress like a fucking donut. People had pastel colors, custard fantasies. I was like, I do like this theme, and they passed out free donuts, which I can appreciate.
From where, though?
Duncan.
Oh, great. Okay. Are they fresh?
Duncan. Wait, this girl. She goes. And I'm go. Oh, she's gonna walk around the audience and hand out free donuts, which is fine at a donut themed drag show. I go up to tip her. She opens the box, and it says "faggot" in the bottom. Or I think it said something like fag or high faggot. It made me fucking laugh. I put the $1 in there. I said, "You better work, bitch."
Love that shit.
So,
Love that shit.
and it's a day function.
Love that shit.
Girl, high faggot in a donut box.
Thanks, faggot.
Thanks, faggot. So and the girls looked great. It was a fun rooftop vibe. If anybody's in Nashville,
Ooh.
Tribe is right by Play. I'd never been there. It was great.
Awesome.
So I go and I'm gonna get a drink, and I see the bartender, and he has a cast on his leg. And I've been in service industry. I know pregnant waitresses. I've seen people in a sling. I'm like, I know what that's like. That fucking sucks.
Yeah.
And I walk up, and he's so handsome, and he's making a drink, and he has a donut outfit on, and I'm making small talk. I go, oh my gosh, what a week you must have had. My God, what happened? And the gentleman goes, oh, I lost it in a bike accident. It was not a cast. It was a completely prosthetic leg.
Oh, shit.
And I walked up to the person and said, what a week you must have had. What happened?
You put his prosthetic leg in your mouth.
So I was,
Damn.
and then I went, oh my God. And then I said,
That's okay.
I have to acknowledge the unfortunate mistake that I just made. Out of the corner of my eye, I thought you were on the mend. And he was like, it's totally fine. But I was mortified.
That's okay. That's
I was
okay.
mortified.
That's okay. That's
But I
okay.
called Princess to make sure that it was okay to tell that story.
That's okay. Yeah. I mean,
I was humiliated.
And you should kill yourself.
I was humiliated. I will never try to make conversation again.
Just eat your fucking donut, bitch. Just shut up and eat your donut.
Yeah, and I'm not a fan of commenting on bodies, but also I was like, when you see somebody, when you think they're in a neck brace, you're like, oh, get well soon, love you.
Well, you know what I am obsessed with? Well, not obsessed, but I'm obsessed with maybe I'm gonna let it go in probably 3 days. I'd be like the clip of HBO made a documentary about this incomplete drama thing with Blake Lively. And so she was in an interview. She and Parker Posey were in an interview for a junket with this reporter. And it was a known fact that Blake Lively at the time was pregnant. And so she said, congratulations on your baby bump. And Blake Lively was, congratulations on your bump. Like calling her fat. And then she and Parker Posey proceeded to ignore the reporter for the whole interview. And it was so wild. And she's such a bitch.
That's a mean thing to say.
Yeah, of course it is. But it was also
wait. Did Blake Lively think this girl was pregnant?
No. It was just like how it was.
Not
it was just like
nice.
No, it's not. And what was even less nice was that she proceeded to ignore. It was a very mean girl thing. And it wasn't kinda. It was totally a mean girl moment the way they conducted the rest of the interview. And I was like, Mama, you are arguably one of the most beautiful women in the fucking world. Also a billionaire, probably.
Right.
Get a grip. Be nice. What the fuck?
You got to be nice to people.
You got to be civil.
You got to
At
be
the
nice
least.
to people.
No, I'm sure these actors hate doing junkets because they do them stacked for 12 hours, the same stupid questions over and over and over. They get so sick of it, whatever.
Right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why now? But
so you're playing Storm in an X-Men movie. Why now?
I'm so sorry that you got, it's oh, that's annoying. Is it annoying to get paid $30 million?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't feel bad for people doing press.
I don't either.
Because you shouldn't do a project that big if you're not going to do the press.
Mama, it's a little price to pay for getting paid, I don't know, $30 million plus back end residuals and all that crap.
Yeah.
Mary, I just
We've done it.
Sweetie,
It's just part of it.
and also, sweetie,
It's part of it.
I was on one episode of AJ and the Queen. Guess what came in the mail yesterday? A check for $750 fucking dollars.
What?
Yes. I was like, oh, is this from I was like, oh God, if it's probably from Lucifer, I'm going to get flashbacks. It was from AJ and the Queen, after taxes,
Wait,
$700.
what's a Lucifer flashback?
This is the worst experience of my life, but I still get paid for it residually.
I got a good one the other day. I got Kelly Clarkson because you also get them for talk shows.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I get a Drew Barrymore one
Really?
once in a while.
But
yes.
do you get them from like, you don't get it from like David Letterman, do you? Or
I've not been on that.
No, but I mean, like, I wonder.
David Letterman, he's my pay pish. And David Letterman he cash apps me because I wake up, I text David Letterman, I say, hi pig.
Yeah, hi pig, put your balls in a
Hi
vice.
pig,
And then
hi pig, mommy's ready for you to, pay me, you worthless beta, and then I'll spit in his coffee and then he'll send me $4,000 or $5,000. It's great.
You beta pig.
You beta pig. Hi pig. Hi beta pig.
Hi Roach. He's my pay roach. He's my pay roach. Oh, fuck my ass. But I got to tell you about something else. Mama, sweetie, listen to this.
Tell me.
Yakutia. Okay. Okay. There is a city. Watched this incredible fucking documentary last night. It's a city in Russia, very close to the Arctic. Motherfucking freezing ass bitch. Like, it is most of the city.
Is Siberia?
This is Siberia.
Okay.
Yes, this is Siberia.
I don't want to sound dumb.
No. Siberia is Siberia's east of Moscow. It's mostly in the Eurasia. It's on the eastern side of the huge country.
Massive continent.
Massive. But this is quite north near the Arctic, and it was built on permafrost.
Right.
Like, so these 10,000 or so buildings
I want to
constructed.
explain permafrost for the people here who might not know.
Permafrost is frost that's kind of permanent. So like it's
whatever.
It's ice.
Yes, you can
It's
build
ice.
It's underground. And
Yeah. So
Right.
they're drilling down through ice into the permafrost, laying like the foundations of these buildings are getting drilled into not just the core or like bedrock, but with frost that's permanent, ice that's permanent. However, when Miss Global Warming shows up, which she's tiptoeing. Miss Global Warming
I don't
is
believe it.
tiptoeing.
I think it's fake.
Well, so that's the thing. The older folks in the town, in like the administrative folks, people who are like, in the government or wherever in engineering, they're like, I don't think that's happening. And then the young people are like, boop. And so what's happening is like, as the temperature rises even just 1 or 2 degrees, eventually those motherfucking buildings are gonna collapse, bitch. 10,000 buildings just gonna go.
That's really scary.
Yakutia. But there's another
Do you
thing.
know what it gives?
What?
Have you seen Don't Look Up?
Yeah.
It's Don't Look Up.
Yeah.
It's just, no, it's not.
But what's fierce is that the police, like, they patrol around for drunk people. Because if you're drunk out in the street and you don't go home, mama, you can you can freeze to death in 15 minutes.
Oh my God.
And if somebody, like, there was one scene where like they got a report of a stolen fur hat, and they were saying that's basically having a gun to your head because of the vulnerability to the elements. You could die in 10 minutes. That cunt. So
Scary.
crazy. So crazy.
Where I'm from, it's cold, long winters. Older people live alone. They'll like fall and hurt themselves on the way to the mailbox, and people won't find them till spring.
Yeah. It's
Then hear
like
from grandma. There she is,
like
half eaten.
September to it's like 10 months of winter. Yeah. Crazy.
Wisconsin's bad, but that's like horror movie snow.
Yeah.
Horror movie frost.
They were saying, oh, it's kind of mild. It's only minus 40 degrees Celsius. I was like, wild. Crazy.
That's scary.
It's super scary. I could never do it. This episode is brought to you by Ritual. It's summer, everybody. It's time for cucumber sandwich parties, playing spin the bottle with your sexy neighbor Esmeralda, and going on long, shirtless jogs through the center of town while listening to Captain and Tennille on your Walkman. This summer, don't let the flora and fauna in your gut cause your belly to be the star of the show as you run through the town green. When you're greeting your friendly local shopkeepers, you should feel comfortable and confident. So do what I did and try Ritual. With Ritual Symbiotic Plus, a 3-in-1 supplement of clinically studied pre, pro, and postbiotics, you can help support a balanced gut microbiome with daily use. Most people have no clue what the difference is between prebiotics, probiotics, and postbiotics. You may think they're all the same thing, but you'd be wrong, dear friends. While different, they actually work together in perfect harmony. Probiotics contain the live microorganisms themselves, the kind that make up a flourishing microbiome. Prebiotics contain the nutrients those microorganisms need, and postbiotics are natural byproducts that support the gut barrier. In just a few short weeks, Ritual Symbiotic Plus helped me transform from a bloaty, gassy gay guy to a person who is no longer gassy. I can even fit into my summer white pants that accentuate my buttocks. And it's not just me parading around in my butt pants and telling everyone I know about Ritual. In a study that modeled the human colon, Symbiotic Plus increased the growth of beneficial bacteria and microbial diversity. It's designed with a delayed release capsule to help reach the colon, not the stomach, an ideal place for probiotics to survive and grow. All it takes is one daily mint-scented capsule for simple, streamlined gut support. Plus, it's vegan-friendly and formulated without GMOs, major allergens, animal products, shady fillers, and artificial colors. So, get your gut going. Support a balanced gut microbiome with Ritual Symbiotic Plus. Get 25% off your first month at ritual.com/bald. That's ritual.com/bald for 25% off your first month.
Hymns, baby. Listen, I'm going to tell you that when I was at my lowest, just maybe a year plus ago, I had to be honest with myself and dabble into the world of ED treatment. And if ED is getting you down and you need Hims to get your confidence, among other things, back up, Hims is here to provide access to treatments that can help you stay hard longer and last longer, okay? So you can be ready whenever the mood strikes. Feeling a little stalled out in the bedroom? Through Hims, you can get some gas back in the tank with personalized ED treatment options that are accessible without ever stepping foot into a doctor's office. Something I loved about it is it's at a time where I was really just rehabilitating myself and focusing on my happiness. It was a great little bridge to know that I could perform. Hims provides access to a range of doctor-trusted ED treatments like chewable tablets, Viagra and Cialis, and their generics are up to 95% less dollars. And the process is 100% online, so there's no need for uncomfortable doctor's visits. No insurance is needed, and one low price covers everything from treatments to ongoing care. With thousands of trusted subscribers, Hims can help you find the ED option that works for you. Start your free online visit today at hims.com/bald. That's Hims, HIMS.com/bald for your personalized ED treatment options. Hims.com/bald. The featured product includes compounded products which are not approved nor verified for safety, effectiveness, or quality by the FDA. Prescription required. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
This episode of The Bald and the Beautiful is brought to you by Ro. GLP-1s are all over the place at the moment, and there's a really good reason why. If you want to get a GLP-1, it's usually for one of two reasons. You've struggled with your weight for years, and it's led to serious long-term health issues. Or you're a little bit overweight and you want some help dropping those last few pounds for a special event, a health concern, or simply to look great this summer. While Hollywood thinks it's only about looking thin and fabulous, it's also about heart disease, cardiovascular issues, high blood pressure, diabetes, and just as importantly, mental health. So if you need a little help in the weight or health arena, the one thing you don't need is for it to be difficult to get. Getting your hands on GLP-1s like Ozempic and Wegovy are enough of a hassle. Negotiating with your insurance provider shouldn't be something else you need to worry about. The good news is that Ro is here to help. No one likes calling their insurance provider to see if their medication is covered, so Ro's Insurance Checker lets you know if you're covered for GLP-1s all for free. If you're eligible for GLP-1s and want to see if you're covered, all you have to do is submit your insurance card and Ro will take care of the rest. No paperwork, no negotiating, no waiting on hold. Ro's free insurance checker will send you a comprehensive report of your coverage details so you can make a decision that's right for your goals and your budget. Plus, Ro members have access to support throughout the process. Your provider will be available on demand for any questions you may have. While I haven't had the need for GLP-1s, they are the right choice for a lot of people who struggle with their weight. So if you need to drop some pounds and want to achieve your health goals for a lower price, join the over 350,000 people who've trusted Ro to check their coverage for free. Go to ro.co/bald for your free insurance check. That's ro.co/bald to see if your insurance covers GLP-1s for free. Go to ro.co/safety for black box warning and full safety information about GLP-1 medications.
Went to a spinal doctor because I was having some back pain on my Australian leg of my tour. And I'm always trying to see what's wrong with me. So I go to a spinal specialist and they do an x-ray in office.
You got lordosis, kyphosis,
I won't say who it
scoliosis.
is.
Oh.
He sits down and he goes, so, do you have numbness in your legs and hands? And
You have sciatica.
I said, no. He said, the way your neck is, were you in a traumatic injury?
The wig.
He goes, your spine, it looks like one of the vertebrae is so displaced from like the bend that are you pins and
Is
needles
this
in the hands?
from wigs?
And I said, no, I'm okay. He said, I'm afraid that just one day you just will lose feeling in your legs from like this. He said, you might just like wake up one day and not be able to move and then we'll be more serious. And I go, oh my God. He goes, or it could be nothing. And I go, perfect. Hot and cold, sun and moon. Great. Love the diagnosis.
You're hot and you're cold. You're yes and you're no.
Yes. So they send me for more CT. I don't know.
CT scans?
CT and MRI and X-ray. I don't know.
They're very different.
But I get to everything. I go and get the works.
Well,
right?
MRI is the one where you would know an MRI.
I did that.
You cannot fucking move and it's
You
terrifying.
lay in the dial-up machine.
Yeah, you're like,
Yeah.
horrifying.
So then he calls me and he goes, you're fine. It's just a congenital defect. Your spine goes a little more like this. Your posture. It's just.
I signed the wrong X-ray.
So I was like, I spent a day being like, am I just gonna one day legs go out?
Legs overhead like a pretzel.
So I was scared for about 72 hours.
I thought you were gonna say it's all from giant wig, like you know what I mean?
I
Like
think it's
drag con.
definitely part of that, but I don't know.
You have
What
terrible
is
posture.
doctors? What is doctors?
Well, you know what? Good point, because I was reading I would have this president's book, and last night I read about George Washington, Cunty 6'2".
Wait a minute, you're just sitting home reading about presidents?
I was in my bed. Excuse me. I was in my bed doing my late night reading, and I turned
Laura
the light
Ingalls
up.
Wilder?
Because I'm reading?
Nonfiction about presidents?
Baby, what is this country? The US of A. I want to know. So he was.
That's fucking weird.
It is not weird. I'm an American. So Miss Washington, she was fierce as hell, and she had, like there was a Miss Cherry Tree, wooden teeth, all that jazz. None of that. None of that. But girls, she did have fierce dentures because her teeth were hammer time, and she even had apparently a set made out of hippo teeth, which were very hippo bones, very porous. Drank so much wine, those bitches turned black. Boop, get into it. Yeah, and like it was
Take
just
the teeth out to drink the wine.
Thank you. Gum that wine.
Or they probably didn't have straws back then, but well, I don't know if the straws were imagined from a bamboo shoot or something. I don't know.
It's a good
Read it in the
question.
book, faggot. You get back to me. Do your own research, bitch.
Well, they wanted to make him king. He said, no, ma'am.
I just wonder, like, if you don't want to get coffee stains on your teeth, you can drink through a straw so it doesn't hit the teeth.
No, you boof it. Can we put that to rest once and for all?
Boofing?
No, not boofing in general, but boofing coffee. Girl, get a grip, get a life, and get over
Coffee
it.
enemas.
Get
they
a
love
grip,
it.
get a life, and get over it.
They love it.
They don't. They shouldn't, and they will
But
not.
people love it.
Just boof regular drugs. Get a grip. You know what I mean? If you're going to go to the trouble of boofing cold brew, put some cocaine in there.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Do you think meeting a man or woman on vacation and then moving them here for a 90-day visa is crazy?
It's how Stella got her groove back.
I think I've watched that show for so long, and in the beginning I was like, it's the beautiful story about people just trying to connect. You can judge their situations, but you're like, these people just want to connect. And now when I watch it, I just am like, what?
So I don't trust anything like that that's televised. Do you know what I mean? I trust a competition show. I trust like a renovation show. I trust like, an obstacle course or whatever. But these kind of life things, life moments, these personal romantic moments, these like match. I don't trust any of that. I just see people who want to get free bikinis on Instagram.
Right.
That's all I see. I see grifters.
I want to reach to the TV when I watch the show, and I want to go like,
Snap out of it.
No. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like this one guy. He's with this girl. He's from Jamaica, and he's with this blonde girl. And he's
That's
like,
how Stella got her groove back. Besides the blonde.
And she's like, and he's like, yeah, I lost my virginity at 8. I stole my dad's.
8?
Yeah, I stole my dad's girlfriend. I've had lots of other girlfriends who are women from other countries who send me money.
What a catch.
But this time it's different. And then you have these people going to dinner with their mom and dad and their parents and sisters and best friends voicing very clear concerns. And they're like, no, you guys don't know him. And it's always just like, fuck, dude. The other thing is, get into this. This girl flies from Mexico to be with her lovely boyfriend, and she gets to his apartment, and she's opening drawers to see like, oh, where should I put my stuff? And she goes, what's this? It's a pair of panties from another woman. She left her whole family, left her whole life to be with him. Finds, and he goes, that's from years ago. And I know it might be from years ago, but I'm like, can you clean the house before your girlfriend leaves her whole family to be with you?
Mama,
hide the panties.
You just say, I'm so ashamed. Those are my panties. You know what I mean? Easy peasy.
Or these straight men who have these women come who don't fucking clean. Or, oh, I haven't told her yet that I live with my mom. I guess I'll tell her on the way home from the airport. Like, I know that the part of the issue is that America has apparently really good PR where every other country thinks that Americans have like gold toilets. And so these people are coming to what they believe is a huge opportunity change in their life. And then they move into a split level with someone's mom.
Yeah, they show up in a flop house in Des Moines.
And I do feel sometimes like these doughy white men on the internet, these day traders and shit, these coders have lied to these women. But also it goes both ways. Yeah. It's not always a male. It's not always oftentimes it's a female American and the non-American person is male from somewhere else.
Yeah.
So it's not really gendered in some of the deception, but I just also feel like no matter how well you get to know someone on Zoom, basically, and sometimes it's like, oh, we're together. We had sex on vacation and she got pregnant. So she's moving here for 90 days and she'll have her baby in the country.
And also TLC will film it. That's the part where that's where I'm like, what?
Well, can I tell you one of my issues with that is I love the 1,000-Pound Sisters. I love Tammy and Amy. Why are these women living? What are they being paid to make this TV show that they still on the show are struggling to survive?
Let me direct your attention to something we can both relate to.
I need to be their
Do
agent.
you remember the day rate for each episode of a certain reality television
Drag
show
Race
that
was
we were
$400?
on? $400 a day.
Yeah. No, per episode. Wasn't it per episode? Which is 2 days?
Fucking per episode.
Hell yeah.
Speaking of which,
so
10 years.
I know. So
10 years.
This summer, I am going on another little break, little mentee B. You know, little mentee B. They're gonna put me in
my favorite abbreviation.
Little mentee B.
Mentee B.
They're gonna put me in the med spa for
Home
a couple months.
Mentee B.
Yeah. Home and vey, mentee B. And so to disengage from some of the workload of this, we have wanted to rewatch season 7.
Yes.
And now that it's 10 years ago.
10 years. And we're gonna do insider angle from a different perspective. We're not gonna be like, oh, I hated it's gonna be fresh.
Yeah. And honestly, we're telling the people now because the comments, which we do watch, if you guys have any really valuable input, we're happy to steal your ideas.
Oh, yes, please. But
I think we should do like per episode, I don't think we should recap it.
No, because we've all seen it.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I do think we should kind of touch on like, what do we remember about this episode?
Yep.
What do we not remember at all?
Yeah. Also some stuff that's like, I mean, I think our NDAs are past the point of whatever. But like, I mean, I don't want to shit talk anybody, but I don't know that maybe we have, I'm probably certain we have let a lot of like behind the scenes info out, like about certain PAs and certain things like that or the food or whatever. But I don't know. I'm always interested in that stuff. I love like how the sausage is made, etc.
Yeah. I don't think I want to have guests.
No.
But I really want to have voice notes. I want to have the girls send voice notes.
Yes. Oh, so
what was that lip sync like? What
ask
was it,
the questions, like comment, like what is your burning question for maybe who was eliminated on this episode?
Yeah.
You know, like what do you want to know? And don't fucking be cute. Don't be flippant or glib or stupid. Like I want a good question.
I have to tell you, I'm actually a little excited to watch it because I don't remember it now. All Stars I wiped my memory of season 7.
I am horny for Shakespeare. I am horned. I am chubbed. I am Viagra'd.
I remember that.
I'm bloodshot diva for Shakespeare. I cannot wait to see that train wreck again because that was truly unbelievable.
Yeah. We're going to get to it. It wasn't funny. The script wasn't funny.
Girl,
the premise
script was
wasn't
rotten.
funny.
I want to talk about, how about RuPaul looking sensational every episode?
Yeah.
She had a renaissance, I think, at that. Not really a renaissance.
Beyonce's renaissance.
She did. Cowboy Carter.
Yeah, Cowboy, of course.
Yeah. No, but we could talk about the promo day.
Oh, we got to talk about
the promo day was legendary.
We were talking about doing something nefarious, like putting this behind a paywall, but I think that people have a right to know. I think we got to scream it from the. If you're the publications, if you're the news,
Joey Nolfi,
get out here, all right? Evan Ross Katz,
get off the floor, ho.
Evan Ross Katz, you better open Hootsuite and you better publish something, okay?
Yeah, get off Nicole Kidman's dick and come into the studio.
I'm real, and you know what? Girl. We obviously have stayed. I think most of our season 7 people like us. We're still friends with them. I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to hear voice notes from Jaden Dewar Fierce. I want to get
or new mother Miss Fame.
New mother Miss Fame. I want Candy Ho. Open up the notes app, sis. I want all the whores. Season 7 girls. If this is reaching you, get ready for the requests for voice notes.
Yeah, seriously. Also, I remember it's so funny because I remember the distinctly feeling like when the promo came out, how booger, boot, nasty, awful we all looked, except Rue looked fucking sensational.
There was some.
We all looked shitty.
You know what? That's a good.
Even
point.
Miss Fame.
Yeah,
we all looked shitty.
We got to talk about that. We got to talk about that promo shoot,
Mama.
The white wall.
I had and the funny thing is, I had a blast that day. It was the most fun day I've had on the whole thing. Mama, we all looked a mess. It was all rotten, except Rue looked she yanked it off. We haven't seen her legs in like 20 years.
I see him.
No.
No, she doesn't know I see him.
No, but it was the great reveal of those stems.
Right, because she wasn't a leg girl.
Never.
She goes through phases.
Yeah, now she
is a leg girl, but sometimes she covers them for a long time.
No, from season 1 to season 6, they were all covered up. It was all gowns and gowns and gowns.
Up until she showed the legs, I thought she just had 2 Olive Garden breadsticks under there.
I thought it was a segue.
Wait a minute. We have to talk about. I want to talk about Miele.
Bait.
We gotta talk about Miele. We gotta talk about vacuums now.
Baby. Ooh,
I want you to know, and this is a message. This is a message from me to Dyson.
Mama. Dyson, I got your number, hussy.
You get out of here. We don't fucking know you. We don't see you. We
never even met you in my life, except I have you. You betrayed me.
A $700 vacuum that runs for 8 minutes. For what? 4 minutes?
I am so shocked and betrayed right now. I have. And let me tell you
never in
something.
my life thought I'd make a video like this.
Tati Westbrook. You better thank your stars that you are not. That it's not Tati Westbrook and Trisha Paytas right here because we have your number.
Get Tati down here. Get them all down here.
James Charles.
Get them all.
Yeah,
get them all.
Sucking, not sucking dick and cock.
Sucking dirt and hair. Yeah. Sucking debris and skin.
How about this? Just you read my mind because Mama, I was on Miele's website last night for an hour and a half. Talked to Jennifer Coaches about it.
You took a break from your Miele website to go read about the presidents and then go to bed. What kind of crackhead are you?
I took a break from my actual Miele, and I was like, did somebody say something about a cordless Miele?
By the way, if this is you with freedom, I can't imagine how fun you are at rehab.
Sweetie.
What the fuck?
Mama, what do you think I was doing in the dining room of your house at your party? The vacuum.
I know. So I go to the Miele store in Beverly Hills.
Yeah, Beverly Hills vacuum.
Yes, because my lost the Dyson in the separation.
Yes.
So it's time to get the
good
new
riddance
vacuum.
to that ugly bitch.
Fuck that vacuum. So I go to the Miele store and it's a big red plush thick carpet. In the Miele Experience store, there's a chef cooking in the fake kitchen who comes over and throws food on the carpet and then you vacuum it up.
Yeah.
They had focaccia and chocolate chip cookies.
That's fucked up. I went into Beverly Hills Vacuum on Santa Monica and he put down kitty litter. Litter.
Oh, they did it too.
And yeah, your friend put birdseed on the floor for me.
Yes.
And it was like, I don't know.
That was not birdseed.
Human shit?
That was...
What was it?
Ojibwe long grain rice for my reservation that is expensive and hard to get.
Well,
and I was like,
not
my
idea.
people's rice using for a fucking vacuum demo, feeding the birds in the home.
Well, girl, it was wild. I went up, so a few years ago when I was at the old place, I had, so in the studio, my old studio with Andrew, we had a Dyson.
Old studio.
The studio that turns you into a stupid bitch. No, I had one of them Dysons because I was like,
the studio that turns you to a crossy.
Yeah, because it is very seductive, and Americans and everybody worldwide, listen to me. You need to unhook your psyche from the myth that a cordless vacuum works well. Now, the exception, of course, is the $1,000 Miele, but we'll get into that. A cord offers power.
The cordless vacuum is the lamestream media.
Drumming
up a baseless fallacy.
Fake news. Now, I have had 2 Dysons, extremely expensive.
I had the Pet Plus. Did you have the Pet Plus?
The Dyson?
Yes.
I had a $600 and a $800 Dyson.
Yeah.
Fucking expensive. I was like, ooh, this is a big investment. I'm going to have it for the rest of my life.
You told me to buy mine.
Eat my ass.
You're the one who told me to buy
Because I was brainwashed.
Right.
Now I'm like Kimmy Schmidt out in the
You
light.
indoctrinated me. You groomed me. You groomed me. Groomer Willis.
I bought it at Grooming Dales.
At the experience store, they throw white rice on the red carpet and vacuum.
Yeah.
So this woman comes over, and I don't want to.
Wait. I gotta finish trash talking Dyson. So after it's just she is really diabolical because the first couple of months she really gets you hooked.
The first 3 months, she kind of is in her honeymoon period.
Yeah, she's like, ooh.
She's got like the fresh.
She's like, I'll take care of this.
She got the wet pussy.
Yeah.
She's cooking bolognese for you.
But then she stops cooking. She stops showering every week, and then it's
then she starts, you check her location. She's not where you said she's going to be.
Thank you. She's blocked you all of a sudden.
Talking to her ex, and things are changing.
So, and then the real kicker is when, so it's got a regular, it has eco, regular, and then like ultra for this thing. Mama,
Ultra is the only acceptable one.
Yeah.
First of all.
And let me tell you something. And this is not an exaggeration. Fully charged Ultra at the end of her, as of now, if I took it out, 12 seconds.
I'm not kidding.
And it's not an exaggeration. 12 seconds. Now at its peak, 90.
Yeah.
2 minutes maximum, and then you really got it. And that's the only suction level that really makes a difference. Dyson sucks shit. You are a flop shithead. And then, so when I went to Miele and I was like, fuck, this vacuum is going to be expensive, but it's gorgeous. It's retro, but the cord, you really have to like just unbrainwash yourself because if you want suction power, you got to plug it in the wall.
I got the wireless.
Okay.
Because I know that my lovely housekeeper, Maria, hello, Maria, I know that she likes mobility and she likes to climb up and down the stairs with the vacuum and get the shit done quick. She's not running the cord. She's got places to go.
Now, as a very wealthy person, what I would suggest to you, one on every floor.
Maybe so.
And that's what I'm about to do. I know it's not relatable. I know this is not accessible, but
oh, darling, this is the upstairs vacuum.
No. But because of the cord, you
need a wet vac for your bedroom.
Hello, thank you. Shop vac.
Something to suck the silicone out of that cheap carpet.
Oh, girl. That'll never happen. But this is the thing about, so I've turned a corner on prioritizing items that are expensive. I think you should, why do we want to buy a $120,000 car when we should buy a $30,000 mattress? Think about it.
No.
Mama, how much time you spend in that car?
$30,000.
No, they can be. Ask Miss Gwyneth Paltrow. I don't know the exact figure, but there was an article that I read. I was dying. She and Goop, I believe, partnered with a mattress company. I want to say it's Avocado, but I'm not exactly sure. And she was saying, listen, this is not relatable.
She said, I lost a half day of sleeping.
Yeah, I know. She's like, listen, this is not relatable. I know this is not accessible to most people, but I sleep on a $60,000 mattress. And I have to tell you, it's just heaven. And I'm like, girl, I drive a car that its MSRP in the year was close to $60,000. She ain't nothing. I don't spend 10 hours a day in that fucking car.
Right.
8 hours a day in that car.
Okay, that I guess I get. But also, she's never been to heaven.
No, but
so how am I going to believe her?
You know what I mean, though? I would say if I had to choose between a fucking cunt, tricked out, gorgeous, nasty mattress in a Toyota Camry, girl, I'm going to do the Camry, fuck the Lexus, and then I'm going to do the mattress. Because when I get in that mattress at night, I nut.
I don't know, though. I'm currently driving a Volvo, and it's the nicest car I've ever gotten to drive.
Yeah.
And
it's
I
nice.
can hit a person and not feel the bump.
Wait, no, you hit people and don't feel the bump.
Oh, of course I do. But yeah. I can hit a pothole in Hollywood and it's like, oh, okay.
Sure. I mean, why at this point in your bracket, why not both, of course?
My bracket. This is my bracket.
Your rich ass bracket.
Don't you do the same gigs as me for the same money?
No. Girl, I work about one day a year. I'm at home on my $6,000 Casper.
Right. Vacuuming, reading about presidents, you fucking bitch.
So I'm being indicted for reading about American history.
I guess at this stage in America, I'm not used to people actually learning anything.
It's like, why aren't you doing coke like everybody
girl,
else?
what kind of crackhead are you? You should be,
twirling the pookie.
My God. You should get the biggest cocky. Pay a prostitute with the biggest dick in the world just to do a line off it.
Girl, I got a story about that.
Well, can I tell you my Miele story?
Please.
So I'm at the experience store,
Yeah.
and and I think to myself, surely this isn't a paid in. Okay, so at the Miele store, it's a big fake kitchen. There's fake fridges, fake everything. All
No,
Miele,
where is
Miele,
this
Miele.
Miele store?
In Beverly Hills.
Wait.
Hills.
So I went to Beverly Hills Vacuum. Is this
I
different?
went to the Miele Experience
Oh, I gotta
store.
go. I'm going today.
Where they have the Miele
Let's
everything.
wrap this up.
So Miele fridge, Miele stove, everything.
Mary, I had a Miele stove at the house on Contento.
Cunty.
Mama, those Germans fuck you up in the
Cunty.
kitchen. Yeah.
When I had the party and I had to cook all that food, I realized I have 10 burners.
10 burner phones? Miele phones?
No, fucking stove, you faggot.
I thought you had one of those fucking La Cornue ovens that every rich person has and doesn't use.
No, it's the Big Chill.
The what?
The brand is the Big Chill.
Oh.
So, anyway, I'm at the store and somebody's making focaccia. I'm like, all right, what kind of store is this? This is crazy, right?
They're making bread in the vacuum store?
Yes. Dead ass. I walk in, I'm like, I'd like to see your pet vacuum, please. Your dog and cat vacuum what I seen on the TikTok. And I look over it and there's a fucking chef pulling a bread out of the oven, like, hey kids. Like, I was like, what? And so I'm chatting and we're looking at the vacuum, whatever. And then the person cooking is like, it really is a great vacuum, cutting up the bread. And I'm thinking to myself,
what is going on?
I want to ask, what are you doing here? Don't you have a kitchen at home?
The Miele slash, like, what?
What are you doing? Or why are you the Vanna White of the Miele store? And so then they go, do you want to try it? And the food person, the cooker, comes over and just throws rice on the red carpet. And then we're vacuuming. Wow. It's really sucking it up.
Yep.
It's really a stunning vacuum.
Yeah.
Now, the person who worked in the store that day, and everybody gets onboarded at a business at different times, and you're only going to get good at your job by going to work every day and learning more.
Sure.
I did see a binder open with a lot of handwritten notes. So I was like, this is probably a new Miele rep. And that's okay. I know less than you.
Sure.
So you're already going to blow my mind.
Yeah.
And I'm not here to be critical about employees who don't know every single thing about the product.
No.
Okay. So she gets down and she's showing me the vacuum. She looks great. She has like a white shirt. She has a black like cigarette cut like leg. She kind of gave Uma Thurman Pulp Fiction.
Oh, fabulous.
She looked great. She's down on the floor and she's like, the vacuum does come apart and you can use it in this way, this way, this way. And she's trying to reassemble it. And I can tell that she is not clear on how that happens. So I'm watching her try to configure this. And then she kind of eventually goes, I just came from my apartment and my air conditioning's out. So I'm just a little winded. And I said, oh, okay. Well, I believe you that it can do that. It can go apart 3 ways. And she said, this is the cat and dog model. Do you have pets? And I said, no. And she goes, you cannot purchase this.
Like gatekeeping?
Vetted, pun intended. So they were like, I was like, I couldn't buy. She goes, you don't have, she goes,
Baby.
It was like she took the keys out of my hand. Like, you cannot purchase this.
Mama, I'm walking in that store. I got a Shetland sheepdog. I got a
That's what I'm saying. So if you want that, you better
cats.
walk in riding a horse.
yeah. Covered in white cat hair.
Yes.
Covered.
And so we did end up getting the normal vacuum, which, I just feel like as a drag queen, pet pro means I want to be able to suck up a bobby pin.
Baby, I want to suck up a toddler. I want a toilet that flushes your coat down it.
I want to jerk off, grab the Miele and suck the semen off my 8-pack and go down to the Planet Fitness, what I don't use. Theoretically.
Baby, when I tell you that, so I had David, our manager's housekeeper, come over a while ago, and they brought in a Dyson, and I was like,
you eye rolled.
I was like, oh, you can put that over there.
New money.
No, I said, why don't you set that down there? I'll be right back. Mama, I came in nude, wet, with that Miele, and I said, why don't you try this, little girl? She was like, okay.
You came in naked, but tucked back. Everything tucked under.
Miele
nipple tassel. Yeah.
And she was a little annoyed, but with the cord, and after I came back, she was like, that vacuum is incredible.
Yeah.
And I think she tossed the Dyson in the middle of the street and killed somebody.
Yeah. It was
it's wild, but people
it was
really
expensive. I will say I was in shock.
800. Well,
And it was supposed to be 20% off, and she said, "This is not a select model. The sale is for select models."
Yeah.
And I said,
But you know what? Here's the thing, though.
I'm selecting it right now.
I worked at Dorothy's Boutique for 7 years, and my fucking cheap ass boss. You know where we got our vacuums? From the dump. He used to go to the dump and get vacuums, and guess what the lifespan on those fucking dump vacuums was?
8 minutes.
3 to 15 days.
Yeah.
3. No, and I'm not joking. I'm not like every month it was a new dump vacuum.
Yeah.
That sucked, and it smelled like shit when the band would get all like whacked up. Whatever. If we had invested, because it is an investment, and I know it's hard for people who are living check to check to say even consider a $600 to $800 vacuum. I know that sounds wild. Steal it, absolutely.
Do you know at Best Buy, you know, at the corporations, they can't chase you out of the store when you steal. Just grab it.
Just grab it.
I worked at
I don't
Ulta-
know about that. Because if you buy it, it's got a fierce warranty.
Just steal it. When I worked at Ulta, this woman used to steal DKNY blue, put it up her long linen skirt, and walk out like this.
But baby,
and the boss would go, "Oh yeah, you can't say."
But baby, you know what they do? They catch you. Those cameras record, and once they accumulate, they accumulate you grand larceny.
Oh, cunty. Oh,
Yeah,
they wait.
mama,
for
they
you to,
do,
They wait
baby.
for you to hit 1,000.
They're like, yeah, go ahead.
You'll be back.
Yeah,
You know.
then then they nab you for grand larceny. You're going to the clink for 20 years.
But you got to diversify your portfolio. You don't steal from the same store every day.
Target, Lowe's,
You steal
Home
once
Depot.
and never go back.
Hello.
You know?
Yeah.
I can't go into that Starbucks. Why? I took a person. You know, I stole an employee.
A human trafficked.
I saw blue hair and I just grabbed. So
But guess where I'm going? About 2 hours from now, baby.
from now?
Yeah.
Where?
Beverly Hills Vacuum.
Oh, are you going to go to Miele?
I'm doing this bougie thing. You can read me all you want. One for each fucking floor, baby.
How many floors do you have?
3.
You're getting 3 vacuums.
Mm-hmm. And 2 more.
This is why you're always in financial ruin.
Well, how dare you? I never said I was broke.
Freak out and do crazy shit.
Crazy shit?
Do you have a housekeeper?
No.
Baby, fuck the vacuum, get a housekeeper.
No, but Mama, you don't realize I am Doris Day, baby. I'm June Cleaver with that vacuum. I put on my little apron, my long skirt.
Do you know what you really need? And I know we have to go.
I have all this free time. What do you think I'm doing? I'm fucking around with that vacuum.
Up the ass. What you really need is I have this wet vac from Bissell. Bissell. You put the detergent or whatever and the water, hot water in the top.
Oh, for carpet cleaner?
And it wets and sucks the carpet at the same time.
Baby, I know about that. You let me borrow her.
I'm about to do it today.
Didn't love her.
You didn't like it?
No, it's too much.
It gets the carpet clean.
I know it does, but it's too much.
Well, you also have to wait like a day for it. You can't walk in that room. It has to
No, it's too much. And I'm walking. You know, I'm doing the beat in my house. I'm going up and down. I'm walking around.
Can you believe she wouldn't let me buy the pet one?
That was excellent.
You better go excellent cat lady.
Sweetie, that's excellent information because I'm going with my species names. I'm going to pre-hair myself with
Go down to the Birds Plus in Van Nuys.
Yeah.
Buy a giant parrot, put on the shoulder.
I'm calling my sister the vet. And it's like talking about my cat with the worms.
Right.
I'm going to really lay it on thick. Yeah. So thank you.
Say you're a furry.
Mm-mm.
Do puppy people count?
No. They don't shed hair like real.
Right. If I go, I don't have any pets, but my boyfriend is a pup.
Yeah.
So give me the vacuum.
He has
bitch.
a butt plug tail that really leaves a lot of shit on the carpet.
But also it should be like, this is what the vacuum should be. Pet Plus, Pet Pro, whatever. Gay person.
Puppy play.
Puppy, drag queen.
Yeah. Ooh.
Drag queen. I mean, I'm vacuuming up entire wigs.
Well, see, that's where the Dyson really gets fucked up because in the studio, if it pulls a pin, rhinestones, all that stuff really
yeah.
It's not
also,
good.
the plastic hair wraps around the thing and you have to cut it off and yank
Sweetie,
it out.
when I tell you I've had that X-Acto knife scraping, it's a huge pain in my ass.
But it's very satisfying. It's like cleaning the lint trap. I love that shit too.
You know what I did just the other day? I cleaned a lint trap, but I left it out, and then I took that fucking Miele on high with the attachment, sucked all the fucking shit in there, and I almost had a boner.
I just got full body chills.
We gotta go.
Okay, bye.